Are you tired of that constant ache, that stiffness in your joints that makes simple things like walking or opening a jar feel like a mountain? Do you wish you could move more freely, play with your grandkids without pain, and just feel younger? This nagging pain, often caused by arthritis, affects millions of people just like you, limiting freedom and joy. But what if I told you there are simple, natural helpers found in plants that could significantly calm that fire in your joints, and they might not be the first thing your doctor talks about? In this video, we're going to explore how certain foods from the earth can become powerful allies in your fight against arthritis pain. I'm going to share with you a simple, plant-focused approach that targets inflammation, which is the main culprit behind your pain. We'll go through a list of 9 powerful, easy-to-add food strategies, counting down to the absolute best one. By the end of our time together, you will have clear, practical steps you can start taking today to help quiet your joint discomfort and reclaim some of that lost freedom and comfort. Get ready to discover the surprising power of plants for your joints. I'm Dr. Rio IBA, a geriatric physician with 58 years of experience helping older adults around the world live healthier, more comfortable lives. If you find the simple, natural ideas in this video helpful, please tap the like button and leave a quick comment below. It truly helps spread this important information to more people who need it. Now, the connection between what you eat and how your joints feel is becoming clearer thanks to incredible work being done by researchers worldwide. Many studies published in respected medical journals show how certain foods can either make inflammation worse or help calm it down. The information I'm sharing is based on these scientific findings, focusing on practical steps for people over 50. However, please understand this video is for educational purposes only. Your health is unique, and you should always talk to your personal healthcare provider before making any big changes to your diet or treatment plan, especially if you have existing health conditions or take medications. They know your full health picture best. Okay, let's get right into it. Arthritis pain doesn't have to rule your life. Nature has given us some amazing tools in the form of plants. We're going to look at 9 specific ways you can use plant-based foods to help calm inflammation and ease your joint discomfort, starting with number 9. Number 9, understanding the food-pain connection. Did you know that some foods you eat regularly might be secretly making your arthritis pain worse? It's true. The foods we put into our bodies have a powerful effect on inflammation. Think of inflammation like a fire inside your body. For people with arthritis, this fire is burning in your joints, causing swelling, stiffness, and pain. 1 Certain foods, often those that are highly processed, full of sugar, or high in unhealthy fats, can be like pouring gasoline on that fire, making the inflammation much worse. 2 On the flip side, many plant-based foods contain natural compounds that are like water, helping to put the inflammatory fire out. For decades, doctors focused mainly on medication and physical therapy for arthritis. These are important tools, of course, but the role of diet was often overlooked or considered less important. But now, study after study is showing that what you eat is a fundamental part of managing conditions like osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. It's not a small side note, it's a main chapter in the story of your joint health. For instance, the Framingham Osteoarthritis Study, a long-running study looking at many factors related to joint health, has shown links between dietary patterns and the progression of osteoarthritis. 3 While this specific study didn't focus only on plants, it highlighted that overall diet quality matters. The point is, your diet is a tool, and learning to use it correctly can significantly impact your daily comfort and mobility. So, the practical action here is simple but powerful: start thinking of your fork as a tool for healing, not just eating. Become more aware of how different foods make you feel. If you notice your pain gets worse after eating certain things, like sugary snacks or fried foods, pay attention. And start focusing on adding foods that are known to calm inflammation. The key is to make gradual, sustainable changes. You don't have to become a strict vegetarian overnight unless you want to. It's about shifting the balance on your plate over time, adding more anti-inflammatory heroes from the plant world. A safety nuance to remember is that everyone is different. While general principles about inflammation apply, specific food sensitivities can vary. What bothers one person might not bother another. Also, rapid, drastic dietary changes can sometimes affect blood sugar or interact with medications, especially for conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure. Always discuss significant dietary shifts with your doctor or a registered dietitian. They can help you make changes safely and effectively. Understanding this basic connection between food and pain sets the stage. Next, we'll look at why focusing on plants is such a smart strategy, and specifically, how a key part of plants can be a surprising ally. Stay with me. Number 8, why plants are anti-inflammatory powerhouses. Why is there so much buzz about plant-based eating for conditions like arthritis? It comes down to the amazing package of nutrients that plants offer. Fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts, and seeds are packed with vitamins, minerals, fiber, and special compounds called antioxidants and phytonutrients. 4 Antioxidants help protect your body's cells from damage, like little shields guarding against wear and tear. 5 Phytonutrients are natural chemicals in plants that can have powerful effects in your body, and many of them are potent anti-inflammatories. 6 They work by blocking the signals in your body that tell the inflammatory fire to keep burning. Compare this to many animal products and processed foods, which can sometimes be pro-inflammatory, meaning they encourage inflammation. For example, saturated and trans fats found in some meats, dairy, and many packaged snacks can activate inflammatory pathways in the body. 7 While not all animal products are bad, shifting the focus towards plants helps naturally increase your intake of anti-inflammatory compounds while reducing your intake of things that fuel inflammation. This dietary pattern is often referred to as an anti-inflammatory diet, and it's strongly supported by research. 8. A key study highlighting the benefits of plant-focused diets is the EPIC Oxford study. 9 This large-scale research project has followed tens of thousands of people over many years, comparing the health outcomes of meat eaters, vegetarians, and vegans. While not focused solely on arthritis, the study has consistently shown that groups eating more plant-based diets tend to have lower rates of many chronic diseases linked to inflammation, including heart disease and certain cancers. This evidence supports the idea that a diet rich in plants creates a bodily environment that is less prone to inflammation. 10. The practical action stemming from this is to consciously aim to increase the sheer volume and variety of plants on your plate. Think about adding an extra vegetable to your dinner, having fruit for a snack, tossing seeds into your salad, or choosing whole grain bread instead of white. Every little bit adds up. Aim for a colorful plate. The different colors in fruits and vegetables often signal different types of antioxidants and phytonutrients at work. 11 Make it a game to try new plant foods you've never had before. This simple shift makes your diet naturally more anti-inflammatory. A safety nuance here is ensuring you still get all necessary nutrients when increasing plant intake. While plants are nutrient-dense, you need to ensure adequate intake of things like vitamin B12, primarily found in animal products, so supplements or fortified foods may be needed for strict vegans. Vitamin D, calcium, and iron. 12 A balanced approach that includes a wide variety of plant foods is usually sufficient, but monitoring your nutrient levels with your doctor is always wise, especially if you have specific dietary restrictions or absorption issues. Don't just eat lettuce, explore the vast world of plant-based foods. Understanding the broad power of plants is the foundation. Now, let's zero in on a specific type of nutrient found abundantly in plants that is absolutely crucial for rebuilding tissues and fighting inflammation, and how finding plant-based sources might be different than you think. Still watching? Type 1 in the comments below if you're learning something new about how food affects your joints. Number 7, the power of protein. From plants. When most people think of protein, they think of meat, chicken, or eggs. And while those are sources of protein, plants are also fantastic providers of this essential nutrient. Protein is absolutely vital for everyone, but especially as we get older and when dealing with conditions like arthritis. Why? Because protein is the building block for virtually everything in your body: muscles, bones, skin, and even the cartilage and tissues in your joints. 13 It's also essential for repairing damaged tissues and supporting your immune system, which plays a role in inflammatory arthritis. Getting enough protein helps maintain muscle mass around your joints, which provides support and stability, reducing stress on the joints themselves. It also aids in the repair processes happening constantly in your body. If you're not getting enough protein, your body struggles to keep things strong and repair daily wear and tear, potentially making joint issues worse over time. And surprisingly, many older adults don't get as much protein as they need, sometimes because of changes in appetite or simply not thinking about it. But getting protein from plants offers an added advantage. It often comes packaged with fiber, vitamins, and those precious anti-inflammatory phytonutrients we just talked about, without the saturated fat often found in animal protein sources. Point 14. Research supports the benefits of adequate protein intake for maintaining muscle mass and function in older adults, which indirectly helps joint health. Point 15. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition highlighted the importance of dietary protein distribution throughout the day for muscle protein synthesis in seniors. While this study didn't focus solely on plant protein, it underscores the general need for sufficient protein. More specifically, studies looking at plant-based diets and inflammatory markers often show lower levels of substances that indicate inflammation in people consuming more plant protein. Point 16. This suggests that the source of the protein matters, not just the amount. The practical action. Start thinking about plant-based protein sources as key components of your meals. This means including foods like beans, lentils, tofu, tempeh, edamame, chickpeas, nuts, and seeds regularly. You can add lentils to soup, toss chickpeas into a salad, snack on a handful of almonds, or try tofu in a stir-fry. Point 17. These aren't just carbs, they are significant protein contributors. Aim to include a source of protein at each meal and snack. This helps your body with constant repair and building. A safety nuance is to ensure you are getting complete proteins if you rely heavily on plant sources. While animal proteins are complete, meaning they contain all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make, most plant proteins are incomplete. However, by eating a variety of plant protein sources throughout the day, like combining beans with rice, or eating a mix of nuts and seeds, you can easily get all the essential amino acids your body needs. Don't get fixated on needing to combine specific foods at the exact same meal. Your body pools amino acids throughout the day. The main thing is variety. Also, some people might experience digestive discomfort, like gas, when first increasing fiber-rich plant proteins like beans. Point 18. Start slowly and drink plenty of water. So, recognizing the crucial role of protein and looking to plants for it is a powerful step. Now, let's talk about the first specific plant protein source that can be a real game changer for your joints. This one is incredibly versatile and has a surprising amount of science behind it. Number 6, the mighty soybean, tofu, tempeh, edamame. Our first specific plant protein powerhouse for fighting arthritis pain comes from the humble soybean. Soybeans are unique among plant proteins because they are considered a complete protein source, providing all those essential amino acids we just discussed. Point 19. But beyond protein, soybeans and the foods made from them, like tofu, tempeh, and edamame, contain special plant compounds called isoflavones. Point 20. These isoflavones have been studied extensively for their health benefits, and one area of interest is their potential to reduce inflammation and protect joints. Point 21. How do soy isoflavones work? Research suggests they have antioxidant properties, helping to fight off cell damage. More importantly for arthritis, some studies indicate they can help lower levels of inflammatory markers in the body. Point 22. Think of these markers as signals that the inflammatory fire is burning brightly. By helping to dampen these signals, soy isoflavones may contribute to reduced pain and stiffness in the joints. Plus, incorporating soy foods means you're often replacing less healthy options that might be promoting inflammation. A notable study on the effects of soy on arthritis is research published in the journal Osteoarthritis and Cartilage. This study, and others like it, have explored how soy protein and isoflavones affect symptoms in people with osteoarthritis, particularly in the knee. Point 23. While results can vary, some studies have shown improvements in pain scores and physical function in participants who consumed soy protein compared to control groups. This isn't a magic bullet, but it adds to the evidence that including soy in your diet could be a helpful part of your arthritis management strategy. So, how do you put this into action? It's easier than you might think. Edamame, young soybeans, are a fantastic snack. You can find them frozen and just steam them. 24 Tofu is incredibly versatile. It takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it with. 25 You can stir-fry it, bake it, scramble it, like eggs, or even blend soft tofu into smoothies for extra protein. Tempeh, made from fermented soybeans, has a firmer texture and a slightly nutty flavor and is great in stir-fries, sandwiches, or salads. 26 Start by incorporating one of these soy foods into your meals a few times a week. If you're new to cooking with tofu or tempeh, there are countless simple recipes available online. A safety nuance regarding soy is the past confusion about its effect on hormones, particularly estrogen. However, extensive research, including reviews by major health organizations like the American Cancer Society, has clarified that moderate consumption of whole soy foods does not pose a risk and can be part of a healthy diet. For most people, including those over 50, enjoying tofu, tempeh, and edamame is safe and beneficial. However, if you have a history of hormone-sensitive cancer or specific thyroid issues, it's always best to discuss soy intake with your doctor or a dietitian who is knowledgeable about its effects. Also, make sure you don't have a soy allergy. Incorporating soy is a great way to get high-quality plant protein and potential anti-inflammatory benefits. 27 But that's just the start. Our next item looks at another common plant food group that's surprisingly packed with the joint-loving protein we need. Here's a short story about my patient, Mrs. Ito. When Mrs. Ito, a lovely lady in her late 70s, first came to see me, her hands were often swollen and stiff from rheumatoid arthritis. Simple tasks like buttoning her shirt or holding a teacup were a struggle, filled with pain. She relied heavily on medication, but still wasn't getting the relief she hoped for. We talked about her diet, and like many people, she ate mostly traditional Japanese foods, but her protein often came from small amounts of fish or meat. We started by simply adding a little bit of cooked edamame to her afternoon snack and swapping her regular rice for a mix that included soybeans a couple of times a week. We also introduced a simple lentil soup once or twice a week. These weren't huge changes, but we focused on consistency. Over several months, alongside her medication and gentle exercises, she noticed a difference. Her morning stiffness started to ease, and she reported less overall pain. She could hold her teacup without discomfort again and even started knitting, something she had given up years before. She told me how empowering it felt to know that the food she was eating was actively helping her feel better, not just relying solely on pills. It wasn't just the protein, it was the whole package of nutrients these plant foods provided, working together to calm the inflammation that had been causing her so much grief. Mrs. Ito's experience, while just one person's story, beautifully shows how incorporating simple plant-based foods can make a tangible difference in managing arthritis pain and improving quality of life. It's about adding helpers to your plate. Number 5, beans and lentils, small packages, big punch. Moving down our list, we arrive at another incredibly powerful group of plant proteins, beans and lentils. These small, affordable powerhouses are staples in diets around the world, and for good reason. They are not only loaded with protein and fiber, but they are also bursting with vitamins, minerals, and those crucial anti-inflammatory compounds. Think about chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans, navy beans, red lentils, green lentils, the variety is huge. Beans and lentils provide a significant amount of protein, helping support muscle mass and tissue repair, just like soy. 28 A single cup of cooked lentils, for example, can contain about 18 grams of protein. 29 This makes them an excellent alternative or complement to animal proteins, especially for older adults who might be looking for more budget-friendly and easy-to-prepare options. The fiber content is also exceptional. Fiber is important for overall health, but it also plays a role in managing inflammation indirectly by supporting a healthy gut microbiome, the community of good bacteria in your gut. 30 A healthy gut is increasingly linked to lower systemic inflammation throughout the body, including the joints. 31 Numerous studies have looked at the health benefits of regular bean and lentil consumption. 32 The Pure study, a very large global study, has shown that higher intake of legumes, beans, lentils, peas, chickpeas, is associated with a lower risk of major cardiovascular events and total mortality. 33 While this study focuses on heart health, cardiovascular disease and arthritis often share underlying inflammatory pathways. 34 Reducing systemic inflammation through diet can benefit both. Furthermore, research specifically looking at diet and inflammation, such as studies cited in reviews by the British Journal of Nutrition, consistently shows that dietary patterns high in fiber and plant proteins from sources like beans and lentils are associated with lower levels of C-reactive protein, CRP, a key marker of inflammation in the body. 35 This direct link to reduced inflammation is very promising for arthritis sufferers. Putting beans and lentils into action couldn't be simpler. They are incredibly versatile and can be added to countless dishes. Toss chickpeas into a salad for extra texture and protein. Add a can of kidney beans to your chili or soup. Make a simple lentil soup, it's easy and nutritious. Mash up black beans with some spices for healthy tacos or burrito bowls. You can even blend white beans into creamy sauces or dips. Canned beans are convenient, but rinsing them well helps reduce sodium. Cooking dried beans from scratch is also easy and often more cost-effective, requiring just soaking and simmering. Make a big batch and use them throughout the week. A safety nuance is, as mentioned before, the potential for gas and bloating when you first start eating more beans and lentils due to their high fiber content. 36 Your digestive system needs time to adjust. Start with small portions and gradually increase how much you eat over a few weeks. Ensuring beans are thoroughly cooked is also important. Drinking plenty of water alongside high-fiber foods helps aid digestion. 37 If you have specific digestive conditions like IBS, talk to your doctor or a dietitian about the best ways to incorporate legumes into your diet. Beans and lentils offer a protein boost along with fiber and inflammation fighters. 38 Our journey into plant power continues with some smaller, yet incredibly potent, sources of protein and anti-inflammatory goodness. Number 4, Tiny Seeds, Massive Benefits, Chia, Hemp, Flax. Don't let their small size fool you. Certain seeds are nutritional powerhouses, offering not only protein but also valuable fats that are crucial for calming inflammation. 39 We're talking about seeds like chia seeds, hemp seeds, and flax seeds. While you might think of them as additions to yogurt or smoothies, they contribute significantly to your overall intake of beneficial nutrients, including protein, and are especially rich in types of fat that fight inflammation. These seeds provide a decent amount of protein per serving, which adds to your daily total for muscle and tissue support. 40 For example, just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds offer about 4 grams of protein, and the same amount of hemp seeds provides around 6 grams. But their real superpower for arthritis lies in their impressive content of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, ALA. Omega-3s are famous for their potent anti-inflammatory effects. 41 They work by influencing pathways in the body that regulate inflammation, helping to turn down that internal fire that causes joint pain and stiffness. Research on omega-3 fatty acids and arthritis is extensive. Numerous studies have shown that increasing omega-3 intake can help reduce joint pain, stiffness, and swelling in people with conditions like rheumatoid arthritis. 42 While ALA from plants needs to be converted by the body into the longer-chain omega-3s, EPA and DHA, found in fish oil, consistent intake of ALA-rich seeds can still contribute to your overall omega-3 levels and offer benefits. A review published in the journal Nutrients discussed the anti-inflammatory potential of plant-derived omega-3s like ALA, highlighting the importance of incorporating foods like flax seeds and chia seeds into the diet. 43 Putting these seeds into action is incredibly easy. You can sprinkle chia seeds or hemp seeds on top of your yogurt, oatmeal, or salad. 44 Blend them into smoothies, they mix in seamlessly. Flax seeds are best consumed ground. Your body can't fully absorb the omega-3s from whole flax seeds, and you can buy them pre-ground or grind them yourself in a coffee grinder. 45 Add ground flax seed to baked goods, sprinkle it on cereal, or mix it into sauces. 46 A tablespoon or 2 a day is a great way to boost your omega-3 intake. Just remember that once ground, flax seed should be stored in the refrigerator to keep the omega-3s fresh. A safety nuance is that because these seeds are high in fiber and can absorb liquid, it's important to drink enough water when consuming them, especially chia and flax seeds, to prevent digestive blockages. 47 Start with small amounts and gradually increase. Also, if you are on blood-thinning medication, talk to your doctor before significantly increasing your intake of omega-3 rich foods or supplements, as omega-3s can affect blood clotting. However, the amounts in seeds consumed as part of a regular diet are generally considered safe for most people. Adding these tiny seeds is a simple yet effective way to boost protein and get those crucial anti-inflammatory omega-3s. 48 But our plant power journey doesn't stop there. Our next items look at other aspects of a plant-rich diet that further support joint health. Still watching? Type 2 in the comments if you're finding these plant-based tips helpful. Number 3, the essential role of fiber. We've already touched on fiber when discussing beans and lentils, but it deserves its own spot because its role in managing inflammation and supporting overall health, including joint health, is so vital. Fiber is the part of plant foods that your body can't fully digest. 49 It moves through your digestive system, providing numerous benefits along the way. For people with arthritis, fiber is important for several reasons. Firstly, as mentioned, it feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. A healthy gut microbiome is linked to a stronger immune system and lower systemic inflammation. 50 Fiber helps create a healthy environment for these good bacteria to thrive. Secondly, fiber helps regulate blood sugar levels. Spikes and crashes in blood sugar can sometimes contribute to inflammation. By slowing down the absorption of sugar, fiber helps keep your blood sugar more stable. Thirdly, high-fiber foods are often lower in calories and higher in nutrients, helping you maintain a healthy weight. 51 Carrying excess weight puts extra stress on your joints, particularly in your knees and hips, potentially worsening pain. 52 Research consistently shows the benefits of a high-fiber diet for reducing inflammation. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that higher dietary fiber intake was associated with lower levels of inflammatory markers like CRP in adults. This effect is thought to be mediated, at least in part, by the positive impact of fiber on the gut microbiome. Furthermore, studies on weight management and arthritis, such as those found in Arthritis Care and Research, demonstrate that losing even a small amount of weight can significantly reduce pain and improve function in people with osteoarthritis, and high-fiber diets can support healthy weight loss or maintenance. 53 The practical action is to actively increase your fiber intake throughout the day. This means choosing whole fruits instead of juice, eating the skins on fruits and vegetables when possible, opting for whole grains like oats, brown rice, and whole wheat bread, and including beans, lentils, nuts, and seeds regularly, as we've already discussed. Aim to get fiber at every meal and snack. Read food labels and look for foods with higher fiber content. The goal is to gradually work towards the recommended daily intake, which is about 25 grams for women and 38 grams for men, but many older adults fall short of this. A safety nuance: just like with beans, increasing fiber too quickly can cause digestive discomfort. 54 Increase your fiber intake gradually over several weeks to allow your body to adjust. And critically, drink plenty of water. Fiber absorbs water in your digestive tract, and without enough fluid, it can actually lead to constipation or blockages. If you have a history of bowel obstructions or other specific digestive issues, talk to your doctor before making significant changes to your fiber intake. Focusing on fiber from plants is another crucial layer in building an anti-inflammatory diet for your joints. But beyond protein and fiber, certain specific plant compounds offer targeted anti-inflammatory benefits. Number 2, spice up your life: turmeric, ginger. While not a protein source itself, incorporating specific anti-inflammatory spices and herbs into your diet is a simple yet powerful way to boost your fight against arthritis pain. Two of the most well-researched are turmeric and ginger. These aren't just for flavor, they contain potent compounds that actively work against inflammation in your body. Turmeric, the vibrant yellow spice common in curry dishes, contains a compound called curcumin. Curcumin is a very strong antioxidant and has been shown in numerous studies to have significant anti-inflammatory properties. It works by blocking several different molecules in the body that play major roles in the inflammatory process, including those involved in the pain pathways relevant to arthritis. Ginger, with its pungent, warm flavor, also contains compounds with powerful anti-inflammatory and antioxidant effects. Similar to curcumin. 55, it has been used for centuries in traditional medicine for its ability to ease pain and reduce swelling. 56. The scientific evidence for turmeric and ginger in managing arthritis symptoms is quite compelling. Multiple clinical trials, often summarized in systematic reviews and meta-analyses, have investigated the effects of curcumin and ginger supplements on osteoarthritis and rheumatoid arthritis. 57. A meta-analysis published in the Journal of Medicinal Food concluded that curcumin 58 extract significantly improved pain and function in patients with osteoarthritis of the knee. 59. Similarly, studies like those reviewed in the Osteoarthritis and Cartilage Journal have suggested that ginger extract can also lead to moderate reductions in pain and disability in people with osteoarthritis. 60. These studies often use concentrated extracts, but incorporating the whole spices into your cooking regularly contributes beneficial compounds. The practical action is to make turmeric and ginger regular guests in your kitchen. Add turmeric to your curries, soups, stews, and even scrambled eggs. 61. Make golden milk by warming milk, dairy or plant-based, with turmeric, black pepper, which helps your body absorb curcumin, and a little sweetener. 62. Use fresh or ground ginger in stir-fries, marinades, smoothies, or make ginger tea by simmering fresh ginger slices in hot water. Aim to use them generously in your cooking. While spices won't replace medication for everyone, they can be a valuable complementary strategy. A safety nuance for turmeric and ginger: while generally safe when used in food amounts, very high doses of concentrated supplements can sometimes interact with medications, particularly blood thinners or medications for diabetes or high blood pressure. 63. If you are considering taking high-dose supplements, always talk to your doctor first. Using the spices in cooking is typically very safe and encouraged. Also, turmeric can stain things yellow, so be careful in the kitchen. 64. Adding anti-inflammatory spices is a flavorful way to fight pain. Now, let's bring everything together and talk about the ultimate strategy: putting all these plant-based powerhouses to work together for maximum impact. Number 1. Building your plate with plant power. We've reached the final item on our list, and it's the most important one: integrating all these plant-based strategies to create a powerful anti-inflammatory dietary pattern. While individual foods like soy, beans, seeds, and spices are beneficial on their own, their true power is unlocked when they are part of a larger eating pattern that emphasizes whole, unprocessed plant foods. Think of it not just as adding specific items, but as shifting the foundation of your diet. Instead of meat and potatoes being the center of the plate, make vegetables, beans, lentils, and whole grains the main event, with protein sources like tofu or seeds playing key roles. This approach naturally increases your intake of fiber, antioxidants, phytonutrients, and beneficial fats, while potentially decreasing your intake of inflammatory-promoting substances often found in processed foods and some animal products. This holistic approach addresses inflammation from multiple angles. The scientific evidence overwhelmingly supports the benefits of plant-rich dietary patterns for managing inflammatory conditions. 65. A meta-analysis published in the journal Frontiers in Nutrition reviewed multiple studies and found that plant-based diets were associated with significant improvements in pain, swelling, and disease activity in patients with rheumatoid arthritis. While not all studies show drastic results, the consistent finding across many different types of research is that shifting towards a more plant-focused diet is a beneficial strategy for reducing inflammation and improving symptoms in people with arthritis. It's the synergy of all the plant compounds working together that makes this approach so effective. The practical action is to make conscious choices at every meal and snack to lean into plant power. For breakfast, maybe oatmeal with chia seeds and berries, or a tofu scramble. For lunch, a big salad packed with greens, beans, seeds, and colorful vegetables, or a hearty lentil soup. For dinner, a vegetable and tofu stir-fry with brown rice, or bean burritos on whole wheat tortillas. Snack on fruits, nuts, seeds, or edamame. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's about making plants the star of your plate as often as possible. Focus on adding, not just subtracting. What extra vegetable or bean can you add to this meal? A safety nuance is that while shifting to a plant-focused diet is beneficial for most people, it's important to ensure you are meeting all your nutritional needs. Pay attention to getting enough calories if you have a small appetite, as plant foods can be lower in calorie density. 66 As mentioned before, discuss potential needs for vitamin B12 supplements with your doctor if going mostly or completely plant-based. Listen to your body, and if you have any concerns about your diet meeting your needs, consult with a registered dietitian who specializes in plant-based eating or working with older adults. They can provide personalized guidance. By making whole, unprocessed plant foods the center of your diet, you are actively fighting inflammation and supporting your joint health from the inside out. 67. So, to quickly recap, we talked about how food affects your pain, number 9, and why plants are natural anti-inflammatory heroes, number 8. We then explored getting crucial protein from plants, highlighting the power of soybeans in tofu, tempeh, and edamame, number 7, and the fantastic contribution of beans and lentils, number 6. We saw how tiny seeds like chia, hemp, and flax pack a punch with protein and omega-3s, number 4, and how important fiber is for gut health and weight, number 3. Finally, we looked at boosting your anti-inflammatory power with spices like turmeric and ginger, number 2, and, most importantly, how building your plate with a variety of these plant powerhouses is the most effective strategy of all, number 1. By making these simple, gradual shifts towards a more plant-focused way of eating, you are giving your body the tools it needs to reduce inflammation, ease pain, and improve your joint health naturally. Taking action on just one or two of these points can make a difference. Which item resonated with you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this information valuable, please subscribe to the channel for more simple, natural health tips for living your best life as you age. Next time, we'll explore some simple exercises you can do at home to further support your joint health and mobility. Thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you feel empowered knowing that you have natural options right in your kitchen to help manage your arthritis pain. Remember, small, consistent steps lead to big changes over time. Adding more plant-based foods to your diet isn't just about protein, it's about nourishing your body with everything it needs to fight inflammation and feel better. It's about choosing foods that work for your joints, not against them. Start today, even with one meal or one snack. Add some edamame, toss some lentils into your soup, sprinkle seeds on your salad, or make a cup of ginger tea. Every plant-powered bite is a step towards less pain and more freedom. Be patient with yourself, and celebrate the small victories. Your body will thank you. This approach is about building a sustainable way of eating that supports your health and well-being for years to come, helping you stay active and independent. It's not about strict rules, but about embracing the abundance and healing power that plants offer. Making these dietary shifts can be an enjoyable journey of discovering new flavors and feeling better from the inside out. Keep exploring, keep trying new things, and keep nurturing your joints with the goodness of plants. Your comfort and mobility are worth this effort. And remember, consistency is key. Don't get discouraged if you don't see results overnight. Dietary changes take time to have a noticeable impact on chronic conditions like arthritis. Be patient, stay consistent, and keep making those healthy choices. You have the power to make a positive difference in how you feel every day. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep choosing health. This plant-focused path is a journey towards greater comfort, vitality, and independence as you age gracefully.